All right, we're going to get into some voicemails. I put on my story on Chicks in the Office last night to call into this number and leave a voicemail. People want advice, opinions, just fun questions. We're going to dive right into it. Noah's going to play the voicemails, and we'll see what happens. So let's play the first one. And basically, the co-host of this episode is the Chicks in the Office listeners. So we're going to have a little fun here.
All right.
Hey, Noah, go fuck yourself.
Oh, who was that?
Oh shit, that was me. Noah wanted me to test the voicemail last night. I was feeling goofy. Hey Noah, go fuck yourself. It would be hilarious if somebody did send that in. Did you get any of those?
No.
And they just, no, we love you.
No.
All right, let's start off. One more time for the people.
Hey, Noah, go fuck yourself.
All right, moving on.
Rhea, did you watch this season of Tournament of Champions, and what were your thoughts?
I did not watch this season of Tournament of Champions yet, so I will be watching because I need a little background noise. I will say, though, I started watching Deal or No Deal Island. People had been asking, we mentioned it long ago when Joe was on the show, Deal or No Deal Island. I caught up on some episodes, and it was a lot more cutthroat than you may think. But no Tournament of Champions yet, but I will get there.
Okay.
Hey, this is Anna, just saying hi.
Anna?
What is your favorite High School Musical movie and why? And also, High School Musical or Camp Rock? That's all. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
That was so cute. That reminded me of Frozen. Go away, Anna. My favorite High School Musical movie is High School Musical 2.
Do you think that's a hot take?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't think it's a hot take.
Is Bet on it in 2?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah.
It's just, it has the best songs to me. So High School Musical 2 and yes, High School Musical over Camp Rock. Camp Rock has a special place in my heart just from that time period and nostalgia purposes, but fucking High School Musical 2, I just can't get enough. And the songs in High School Musical 2 are some of the best songs ever.
Bet on it, I
mean,
would listen to.
Let's pull up the High School
outside
Musical
of the
2 soundtrack right now. The original soundtrack for High School Musical 2. What time is it? What time is it? Now, unfortunately, we can't play the songs, which is killing me because this would be so much fun. Fabulous.
Oh, wow.
Work This Out. You Are the Music in Me. I Don't Dance. Gotta Go My Own Way Every Day. All for the best soundtrack.
Actually, that's crazy.
It was so good.
What does the first one even have? It's like the living in my own world thing, obviously.
I mean, the first one is also start of something new, get your head in the game. But to me, the first one had more of these are Disney movie songs. Whereas the second one, I'm like, I'll listen to these all. But I mean, the first one's fantastic. Bop to the Top, When There Was Me and You, Stick
And you think
to the status
a big fall
quo.
off for 3?
Yeah, 3 didn't hit for me. 3.
I don't even remember 3.
There was a couple of songs that I liked. Now or Never, A Night to Remember, The Boys Are Back. That was fun, but 3 did not hit me the same way that 1 and 2 did.
Yeah.
1 and 2 have a special place in my heart. All right, moving on.
Hey, Chicks and Noah. This is Patty and Mariah from Dallas, Texas.
Hey.
So, since you guys have interviewed so many couples from Bachelor Nation post-show, we wanted to get your takes on which couples, after you interviewed them, you thought definitely had a chance, and which ones you guys were like, hell no, they will not make it. And then, based on that, who surprised y'all that they're still together? We love you guys
Love
so
you guys.
much. Thanks. Bye.
Well, Kelsey and Joey, and I'm not just saying that, I truly, being around them, feel their love. Like, Hannah and Dylan, I mean, we're friends with them, but when we first met them, I felt that way about Hannah and Dylan.
Joe and Serena.
I mean, don't get me started. I was Joe and Serena's number 1 fan when they were on the show. Who I didn't think had a chance was Susie and Clayton. Easy to say it because they broke up now, but I felt like that was obvious. We had that kind of discussion while the season was happening and was brought up during their interview. Gabby and Eric not together. I felt, because we had Gabby and Rachel come in together, but without Eric, I was like, okay, And then, yeah, I don't know. It's easy to say when the ones have split to be like, yeah, I didn't have faith, because the ones that I'm surprised are still together. I will say when Charity and Dotun did that little April Fool's prank that they were broken up, I fell into the trap. And was happy to see it was a joke, but I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I mean, right now, just Kelsey and Joey off the presses are just,
Yeah.
Can you say hi, Rhea and Fran? Hi, Rhea.
Oh,
Hi, Fran.
Oh, we'll have to pass
Hi,
that on to Fran.
guys.
Hi.
I would love some advice on how to balance, I guess, keeping my in-laws happy and keeping my own sanity. That is a struggle right now. I feel like I'm too much of a people pleaser to like really enforce any boundaries. So yeah, would love some insight on your guys' thoughts and how you deal with that as well. Yeah, okay. I love you guys so much. Obsessed with the show. Listen 3 times a week. Congrats on both your engagements.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you say goodbye? Goodbye. Love you.
Oh, so cute. I love you too. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I think now I wouldn't say this is directly on how to deal with in-laws, because I haven't had that experience in which I felt like I have a great relationship with my in-laws, and I have never felt like I had to please them in a way. But I think I've had this experience in general with people, where more recently, even, I think we all come to a point and are all still learning on how to create boundaries for yourself and how to navigate putting yourself first in times where maybe you would put others first, and recognizing what makes you feel good and what makes you feel peaceful and what can be hectic to you. And trust me, I have dealt with that guilt a lot, of feeling bad that, I couldn't be there for somebody, or just in general, and doing, like you said, losing your peace. You have to, it's not easy, but you kind of have to go, if I'm going to be happy doing something this way, I need to truly not care what they say to me, right? Because they probably feel like they have the right to tell you how to live or how to do something, or their opinion. And you can have your opinion and let them say their opinion, but you have to get to a place to let that roll off your back. And now I guess you have to truly want to do what you want to do, right? If you, in your heart of hearts, are like, this is what I want to do and this is what makes me feel happy, you kind of just have to give yourself that talk. And I don't know if that's great advice, but it's what I've had to do with myself, where if like, I feel good about this right now. And if I feel good about this, then what does it matter? Is if another person doesn't feel good about it, as long as it's not harming them in any way. I mean that like, not literally, like, you could do something for yourself that maybe would really hurt somebody else. I'm not saying do that, but just try to put your peace and self first, even though it can be hard. That may not be great advice, but I think it's all something we're learning. So I think it's something good to talk about, because I think everybody can feel that frustration sometimes. And it's important to really like stand there and go, what am I feeling right now? Give yourself the moment to feel it. And if you feel like you want to go in one direction, trust yourself. All right, moving on.
Maria, it's Peyton. I was just wondering if you were stranded on an island, who would be the number one Bravo celebrity that you would want to be with? Yeah, just curious. Love you. Listen every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Bye.
If I was stranded, probably Paige DeSorbo, because I feel like she would just want to lay there. And I would kind of just want to chill too. I guess if we were stranded though, it's like, oh my God, we're going to need somebody to like, I feel like if we put our brains together, we can get there, though. You know what I mean? Like
Who in the Bravo world would know how to survive in the wild?
I think a lot of them would freak out, which is
Yeah.
why I'm going with Paige, because I feel like she has a really great head on her shoulders. I really do. So I'm gonna go with Paige.
Okay.
Hey, Rhea, love the pod. I actually just have a question. If you had to make Real Housewives intro for you, Fran, and Noah, what would they be? Go ahead.
Oh, we've talked about this
It might have
before.
been at a live show.
It was at a live show. Fuck.
Or I
Oh
think didn't Kelly Keys give
Kelly came up with them for us. And mine was something about like sauce and fuck. Oh my
us?
God.
Maybe we wait till Kelly have Kelly come up with them again.
That's a great question. Damn it, putting me on the spot. See, this is what happens when you listen to the voicemails on the spot. Now I got to think about this. Fuck. I got to come back to you on that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to let you guys down. Let me know that would be fun if you guys sent in your submissions for what you think our Housewives taglines would be.
That would be good.
That would be fun.
Okay.
Hey, Rhea. My name is Sarah from Columbus, Ohio. At one point in time, there was a situation where a listener was going to go on a date with Noah, and we never heard anything about it after that.
Yep.
I'm curious to know what happened with that. Thanks. Big fan. Loved your show. Went to see you live, and talk to you soon.
Well, thank you for all the kind words. So Noah, you want to talk about it? Noah did go on the date.
Yeah.
But the girl wanted to remain completely anonymous and private, which I respect.
Which I assumed, by the way.
Right. Like I
didn't think like this was going to be posted or like anything.
Right. I think we're all under that assumption.
And if I was the girl, I wouldn't want to be.
Right. I mean, I'm
Put
sure
on
there's
blast.
some girls would be like, oh my
Maybe.
God, it'd be funny to take a selfie and post it, but she did not want to be posted. And she doesn't live in New York. So Noah is still single. I don't think it
No, it was
progressed.
it was a lot of fun.
Fun to meet somebody new.
Yeah, and it was a great night, but yep, still single.
Noah is still single. Noah
It was a fun experiment.
Yeah. Noah has been running into this issue as of late that I have witnessed. So this isn't really coming from Noah. This is coming from me. Where girls will flirt with Noah and they have boyfriends or husbands. And I know that it's flirting. You know, you can tell the difference between like they're saying things and they're, trying to do things that are flirting. And Noah's a gentleman and he's like, you have like he puts context clues together.
Yeah, and sometimes it I don't put them together quick enough because it'll be like hours or the whole night, and then it's not even me who finds out,
Right. And then we have to be like, oh my God, she has a boyfriend or a husband. And Noah is a gentleman and then says, you have a boyfriend or whatever. And it's just wild to me. Like, it's so wild. But it's just funny because it's becoming like a TV show of like a consistent theme that has been happening.
It happened at the wedding I was at this past week.
Right. It's just crazy. It's like, if you're single, Noah's ready to mingle. But if you're not single, go back to your partner. Like, geez.
Yeah.
It freaking disappoints me, honestly.
It's like, hey, I'm not saying like I'm glad like if I'm just hanging out with people like
no,
and I'm happy to hang out with anyone. But maybe just get.
I want to reiterate that it is not Noah being like they're flirting with me. It's us witnessing it firsthand, the things they're saying, and they're being pretty open.
It gives me the wrong idea.
Gives me
the wrong idea.
Like, and once again, things are being said that you would think they're single, and they're not, which is a problem. It's just kind of wild.
Yeah, but hey, still single and ready to mingle.
Still single and ready to mingle, and yeah, it's just it's crazy some of the things that people will say, and you're like, damn, you're really acting like you're available, but you're not.
Yeah,
or you are, but you shouldn't
If you
be.
are available, let me know.
No, but it's also like you shouldn't be making yourself available. You have a boyfriend or husband. Tisk tisk. Tisk
Yeah.
tisk.
I don't want to be getting hunted down
Right.
by someone, you know?
Tisk tisk.
Okay.
Well, moving on.
Guys, I love you. I've been to all the shows that I can go to, but I do have need some advice on this. So my coworker, his girlfriend, like, loves me, which is a huge flatter, you know. But she texts me all the time, Snapchats me all the time, wants to hang out all the time. And then I enjoy it, but it's always like one-sided, like I have to keep the conversations going. And she's super quiet, but like whenever like we're around other people, she's also super quiet, and so I feel like I have to keep the conversation going or keep her entertained or make sure that she feels good, which is kind of, you know, a little frustrating. I'm sure you guys can agree or have a situation like that, but just kind of want your advice on how to handle this because she loves me, and it's like I do enjoy her, I do like her, but it's like she loves me. But it's an odd situation for me, especially when we go out in public, like go to parties and stuff. Like I feel like I have to make sure that she's okay and make sure she's comfortable because she's very quiet and doesn't talk to many people. So just some advice on that. Just kind of in the middle of a pickle. So whatever y'all think. Okay, well thank you guys. I love you. And that's it. Go Sebastian.
Go Sebastian. Hey. Well, I love you too, but I have questions for you, and not to, you know, break you down, but why do you think she loves you so much, but you're also saying you need to carry the conversation? Right? A little confusing there. Like,
Yeah.
it was a little, you're saying that she's always Snapchatting you and messaging you, but you're saying you need to keep the conversation going. So does she love you that much? Or does she want to talk to you that much? Or do you feel this need to keep her happy for other reasons? I would say if you feel like the conversation is dying out over Snapchat or text messages or whatever, don't respond.
Maybe it's a more in-person thing.
Yeah, maybe don't respond because you're saying that she wants to talk to you all the time and loves you, but you're also saying that she stops talking and that you need to keep the conversation going. So I would then stop the conversation. My advice to you is when you feel like the conversation is dying down, stop. And if you feel like she isn't a friend that's adding something to your life, you don't need to be that close. You can kind of like fizzle it out if you want, you know? And if she's quiet, she may not ask questions. That's awful advice. I'm kidding about that. But I just think if you feel like you're pulling teeth, maybe she doesn't want to talk as much as you think she does.
Maybe she hates you.
That's it. My opinion is maybe she doesn't want to talk as much as you think she does. Yeah, that's my takeaway.
Hey, Aria. So my birthday is coming up at the end of the month, April 30th. 2 years ago, I actually went to the Chicks in the Office show in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I'm from, on my 20th birthday. But this year, I'm kind of struggling with what to do. I tend to be the person who, like, puts a lot of pressure on my birthday, and it's, like, never what I want it to be. But, like, I want it to be a good time. I'm in New Orleans now, and I'm just, like, I have no clue how to celebrate, but I was wondering if you had any recommendations on what I can do with my friends, if I should go out alone, get drunk, get dinner and drinks, whatever it may be. What's your idea of a good time on your birthday? Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Love you too. I think birthdays could be a lot of pressure, and I think the easiest way to relieve that kind of pressure is to set up a plan for yourself that doesn't have a lot of pressure on it. So my first initial reaction is plan a dinner with your friends, have dinner and drinks with your friends, and then go back to your place and have a big sleepover. No pressure. If you guys want to, if after dinner, keep it open. If after dinner you want to hit the bars, go to the bars, but have the plan be, why don't we go to dinner and drinks, have a delicious dinner meal, and go back to my place and have a little sleepover. We can wear matching pajamas. That's kind of a fun, cute idea that we used to do when we were younger, and I want to bring it back. I think I'm bringing it back with my friends this weekend, actually. We ordered a set of matching pajamas. Yes. And I was like, wait, that's so cute and fun, because we don't really, we'll maybe go to a bar or two and then go home and then put the matching PJs on and hang out. So that's why it's on the top of my head, and that's my advice to you, to relieve the pressure of your birthday. Set dinner, have a set plan. This is my, let's do a dinner for my birthday, and keep the second part of it a little open so there's less pressure.
Hey, Rhea. This is Caitlin from Louisville, Kentucky. Love the pod. Love you guys. I am a 2024 bride. I'm actually getting married in 26 days, so I'm trying not to panic. But I just wanted to know your best wedding advice that you've received so far, whether it be for planning or day of, or just love to hear your thoughts. Thanks. Bye.
So I will say a lot of people give kind of the same advice, where it's like, you can't control the weather, you can't control the day, do what you really want to be. You're 26 days out. So this would be my advice and what I have been focused on. And what I am really focused on and what I am most excited about is the marriage part. The wedding is super exciting, and it's going to be a blast. And, in my eyes, truly is a way to celebrate our love. And what I've been focused on is like, wow, I can't wait until you're my husband and I'm your wife and we are married and have this next chapter of life together, and create like our own family going forward, starting out with us two. And so I feel like if you focus on that aspect, the details of the wedding and the high stress of the wedding, I'm not as close as you are. So I can't say what I would be feeling 26 days before my wedding. But what I'm going to try to do and hold on to is the fact that you can't control what happens that day. You can't sweat the small stuff. Everything's going to be beautiful no matter what. You are going to look beautiful no matter what. You're going to feel great because you're marrying the love of your life, and you can look forward to the marriage you two are going to have together. And that's what's most important. So I would focus on that aspect and don't sweat the small things, because at the end of the day, it is huge and it is your wedding, but it is going to be one day, and then it's the rest of your life. So I would focus on being really excited to be married to, hopefully your best friend and the love of your life. And the wedding is just a plus on top of that to celebrate that love. That's my advice.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey, Rhea. My question for you is, if a box showed up on your doorstep and inside of it was the day and time that you were going to die, would you open it? Love you guys.
No, I wouldn't, because that shit absolutely scares me so much. Like it really, really, really scares me, and I want to live forever, and unfortunately we don't. And that is something that I really struggle with. So my answer right now would be no, because
it's tough.
It's a tough question, because of course everybody, not everybody, but I'm sure it's popped into your head,
But also it's like, if it's somewhat soon, are there things like, if you knew, then you would do because you don't have much time?
Right, but I would just be shitting my pants for that day.
Yeah.
Like I just think you don't want to know. In my opinion, I wouldn't. I
think I wouldn't want to know.
It would be really hard to refuse, knowing something, but at the same time, I don't think I would do it.
Hi. First of all, hope your day is going great.
It is.
My question is, how would you deal with, let's say, a family member, sister-in-law maybe, that, it's hard to get along, and you're just kind of two different people, but you're family. So how do you go about it without anything happening? But yeah, thank you.
My advice for that would be, and I'm learning this, as I get into my later 20s, my second half of 20s, I'll be 27 in July. You kind of have to accept people for who they are. And not everyone is going to be your cup of tea, and you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. That's kind of just how life goes. And once you start accepting people for who they are, there are times where I've been in situations and people have like their own quirks or something that I personally would find off-putting. And then you sit and you go, okay, well, if I find that about off-putting about them, well, maybe there's something off-putting about me. Maybe there's something they don't like about me. And you just accept people for who they are. I think once you get to that point, it's a bit easier to let things roll off your back. Maybe your sister-in-law makes comments to you that aren't nice. Or maybe she acts in a way that you don't approve of. Or maybe you guys just butt heads about certain subjects in life. If you just kind of go with the accepting of someone for who they are, and maybe they're just not my type of person, but they're going to be in my life, and it's all about accepting. And then realizing I just need to let this roll off my back. And hopefully, maybe this is, of course, you should stand up for yourself, right? I always believe that. If somebody is truly hurting you, you should stand up for yourself. But if it's minuscule things and you go, you know what, this person is just miserable in their own life and they're not happy with themselves, and the reason they're treating me this way is because there's something going on with them, but, I'm happy and whatever, then who cares to fight back? Just let people do their thing. And once they see it doesn't bother you, maybe that'll piss them off more, but eventually they're going to go, I can't get to them. So I would say it's accepting the fact that this person may just not be your kind of person, and it might be hard to bite your tongue, but in the end, biting your tongue will probably find you more peace.
Okay.
All right, we're going to do one more.
Hey, so I was talking with my friends the other day, and I was asking them, would you rather be on acid at your wedding or bloated? You can only choose one, and this is in terms of photos. And I just thought this was such a fun question, and I would love to get your take on it. So let me know. Kisses.
I would rather be bloated at my wedding than be on acid. I don't want to be on acid at my wedding. I want to fully experience my wedding for what it is. And I don't want to be on acid for my wedding. I think that would really trip me up. I have been on shrooms in situations where I've been like, why am I on shrooms?
That seems like the worst place in the entire world you could be on acid. Like every person you know in your life.
Yeah, I having to talk to a bunch of people.
Yeah.
People are morphing.
You're like the center of attention.
Yeah, you're the Yeah, the last thing you want to be.
You're sitting in the middle of the.
While you're on drugs is the center of attention. Like I think you want to kind of just fade into it. I remember a couple of years ago, summer 2021, I went to a wedding and I microdosed shrooms before it. And no, that wasn't a thrill. It was me just telling my sister, "Oh my God, I'm on shrooms right now." Like it wasn't fun. Like I didn't enjoy that experience. So definitely, I'd rather be bloated, unfortunately. I don't want to be bloated on my wedding, but the chances might be high, Yeah. It is what it is. And it not is what it is. It would annoy me, but I think because I hopefully would be distracted enough to not be thinking about the bloatedness. If I'm on acid, I'm fucking thinking about being on acid the whole time, and my wedding video is going to look like me, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Wolf of Wall Street.
And I feel like you wouldn't really, you wouldn't fully remember the night. Like,
no,
you want to remember your wedding.
And
or you don't actually know how.
If I'm the only one on acid, and my husband's not on acid, he's just watching me on acid.
Also, it'd be like you wouldn't know how the night actually went.
Right, unless everybody's on acid together.
That'd be insane.
that is a different story. But if it's just me on acid, no, thank you. I've never done acid, and I don't want to do acid.
I did it once.
It scares me. How was it?
Incredible.
Oh, you had a great time.
Yeah, but I was with someone who didn't, so
right.
Hit or miss.
It could happen. No, thank you. Yeah, that's it. All right, that wraps up the voicemails. Hopefully we'll do this segment again in the future. That was super fun. Love hearing from you guys. Love including the listeners to be a part of the show. I thought that was super fun. And we were going to do Weekly Watch Report, but we're not going to do Weekly Watch Report. We're going to save it for Wednesday so we can discuss some of the shows that Fran and I watch. Both of the shows we could discuss together and talk more about the things we watched this week. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope I didn't let any of you down. I hope I didn't disappoint you. If I did, I apologize, but I hope you enjoyed it, and I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back on Wednesday.